Morning YouTube. It's Morning Drive. I'm Damien J. And today I'm going to go ahead and talk about my Fitbit Force because I can't think of shit else to talk about. It's going to be a short one today. Just driving to work. It's that fucking time in New Mexico where fucking weather's all weird and shit. You wake up and it's negative 30 degrees and then a couple hours pass and then all of a sudden it's fucking 45 degrees again and you're like, fucking pick a speed, motherfucker. Pick a speed. Alright, so the Fitbit Force, any of you who are popping in for like a legit review where I take you through and I show you my watch and we get all fucking weird and strange, go fuck yourself. This is the Morning Drive and I don't got time for that shit. So I'm going to tell you the basic reasons why I bought a Fitbit in the first place. I like to count my macros, typical bro shit. I like to count my macros. And the Fitbit's kind of like a nice little way to let me know how many calories I burn in the day. So I've been with Fitbit since, gosh, I wasn't with them when they had the tiny little standalones. I jumped in during the wearables. So I had the original Fitbit that went around the wrist. I liked it. I went to the Wallpaper concert with a bunch of friends, got fucking shit-face hammered, and it fell off and I lost it. Well, lucky for me, the Fitbit Force came out. Or lucky for me and unlucky for me, actually, because that fucking thing, it got recalled because a bunch of pansies were getting skin allergies or some shit for them. And they got recalled, but I stuck with it because it had better features than the regular Fitbit. And man, I rode that thing till the wheels fall off. I think I got it here in the center console. When I stop, I'll show you that because that thing's fucking beat to piss. So I like the features on them. Now, a big thing with the Fitbit is that it doesn't. They say that it doesn't really give you an accurate reading of your steps, and sometimes you'll get phantom steps. I think the people who see phantom steps, sometimes when I'm walking, it won't register right away. And I'll stop and look at my watch and it'll catch up for all those steps that I just took. So I'll watch it, calculate all those steps. So with this one, you see that more. The big change on this one is it has the heart rate monitor. I was looking at a lot of reviews. I don't know how people can review shit and only have it for a week. Like, I've had this for almost a month now. Actually, 3 weeks. I've had this for 3 weeks, so I feel like I can give you a pretty decent review rather than those fuckers who have it for 2 days and they just tell you a bunch of fucking horse shit. Like, this is what so-and-so said. It's like, really? But how, what kind of fitness level are you and what are you using it for? So, for me, I use it for calories. Show me my calories. It's nice to have that little motivation and steps. A couple of friends and a couple of cute girls who have me on Facebook, who added me to their Fitbit Surge and thrown down the gauntlet to a couple of the daily challenges. So it's kind of fun. You, especially when they do it on a weekend, it's really cool because, like on the weekend, most of us are vegging out, just laying around, and it kind of gives you a reason to be active. You're like, oh, I'm not gonna let anybody beat me. But as far as the unit itself, it's really nice. I like it. Some people complain that it's pretty big. It does kind of stick off the wrist. It's got that little bit of a push there where it kind of comes up. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. It lifts, so hopefully the ladies are looking at my arms and not my watch. That was fucking gay. So I like it. The heart rate monitor is another thing. Oh, that was what I was getting to. A lot of people complain about the heart rate monitor. They say that it's not very accurate and that it kind of slides off your wrist and it'll not get readings. I don't know. Being a fitter, a crossfitter, I don't know what the hell they call us. They call us assholes. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. You can call us assholes. We're fit assholes. Sometimes, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really look at it while I'm working out. I know there was one Amazon review where the guy was like constantly like stopping and looking at the watch. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you're using first of all, it sounds like you're using your Fitbit as an excuse to stop working out, fuckface. So just keep working out. It's gonna log that shit, and you can look at it on your phone and tell you where it's at. and he said that he had never gotten it over 124 beats per minute on his heart rate. I can tell you this, when we do some pretty intense workouts, like sometimes we'll run a mile and then we'll do a bunch of stuff inside. On those days, I've seen it go up to 185. And back when I used to fucking do cardio on purpose, which, cardio, first of all, you know, I'm a typical bro. Cardio sucks. For you marathon runners and you people who run for fun, dude, fuck you, man. Running for fun, dude. The only thing I do for fun is touch my meat and rub it until a nice sauce comes out. Jesus. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. Anyway, so as far as that doesn't get over 124, I can tell you it does get over there. But there are times where I'll take a peek at it and it's not getting a read. It's not telling me what my heart rate is. Or sometimes when we're running around and I take a little water break, I'll look at it and it'll say 124. And which is ironic. It's ironic that it says 124 because that was the one that he said that it stops at. So I don't know if maybe that's like the default high number on it, because I've never seen it on my wrist register more than that. But when it gets to the phone, it's gone all the way up to 185. I would post a pic, but I have no need to validate myself. I'm a goddamn adult. You either take my word or you don't. But yeah, I like it. I was kind of hoping, you know, when they showed these initially, they had a bunch of different colors. And they had the black, and they had blue, and they had a red one. And it wasn't that crappy blue that they had before, that's tealish kind of mixed with a little bit of poo teal. I know you know what I'm talking about. It was really ugly, just ugly teal color. And they had those for a while. Let me pull out the other one. And well, actually, you know what? This one's that color. This is that ugly, I don't know what color you would call this. I think they call it slate, as in a slate of shit. But here's where it broke. And then I ended up having to glue it. And then finally I just started buying those kind of like these rubber bands that people wear around them. What do they call them on South Park? Oh, my friends are going to be so upset that I don't... Scauzes. It's like your own personal scauz. And I would take the scauz and I would wrap the scauz around the band and it would keep it together. Now the problem with that though is sweat. So much sweat got into the inside of the readout that it doesn't actually read the readout anymore. So I don't know, but I guess I kept it for sentimental value because I kept this sumbitch for almost a year, falling off my arm just so that I could keep up with my fucking calorie counts. And you know, I don't know, dude. You know what? I'm gonna add this too. Fitbit were a bunch of fucking assholes. I had been waiting for a new Fitbit for so long. I, like, literally on my phone, I would check maybe twice, sometimes 4 or 5 times a week, because I'm kind of, I don't know if it's, if they call it OCD, whatever the hell they call it, when you really freak out and you're checking every day. And I was checking every day when the new one was going to come out. And as soon as they had that fucking pre-order open, where it said on their website, it said, leave your email and we'll let you know when it gets in stock. I was one of the first people, I know for a fact, because I was checking that bitch every day. As soon as Engadget dropped it, they had their website open, I went and I did that shit. Right away. Right away. So they sent out an email like December 4th, and they told everybody who was waiting, you could order one. And of course I found out because I have alerts on my phone and it tells me when other people, it tells me whenever there's new information about their product. So I'm looking for this goddamn thing. What is it called now? Yeah, the Fitbit. This is the Fitbit Surge. And I waited for it and waited for it, and then everybody got this fucking email but me. And it drove me fucking bananas. I was like, you motherfuckers. So I was heckling the fuck out of them on Twitter because I was like, I hope they see this shit and I hope they know that they're assholes. And I bugged the shit out of them all. I bugged them every fucking day. Like, I would take pictures of my Fitbit Force and throw it at them and be like, listen, you fuckers. Like, this is what the fuck I'm dealing with. when's the surge coming out? It's shitty that you picked a certain group of people. And then people were on eBay selling them for $500. This fucking thing for $500 is $250. Let's face it, it's made somewhere else for $5. And they were fucking boning people. So I was really fucking pissed. You know, it's a shame that they treat people who actually want it like this, because all those people who pre-ordered it and sold it on eBay, and let me tell you, there was at least, like, that first week, there was like 150 of those guys on there selling those things, and they were $400 to $500 a piece. There was one dude who had integrity that was selling it for the exact same amount that he bought it for, because he accidentally got a small instead of large, and he had opened it. He's like, I opened it, it was a small. I was hoping maybe I'd get lucky and the small was big enough to fit my wrist. Didn't fit his wrist. So yeah, fuck you, Fitbit. I'll still buy your shit, but just know there's a little animosity there. There's a little fucking bit of animosity. You guys should like throw a band my way, or like a nice blue one, because I noticed that you can unscrew it. So hopefully they'll do that, and they'll give us some bands where we can swap these out. It looks, I don't know, it looks like it's partly glued and partly screwed in. So who fucking knows? They could screw us again. You know, they're big business. They don't care. They're gonna get our money. But like I was getting at, it's a pretty good review. I mean, pretty good review. That's your fucking choice to decide if I gave you a good review. It's a pretty good product. If I were to review it and give it a number, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a little biased, even though they shit on me. Let's say if they didn't shit on me, I would give them a 4. But and the shit on me score would be a 3.5. I mean, it's real good. It's solid. I mean, I've taken it through some pretty fucking brutal workouts already. God, we did like 185 pound hanging cleans one day, and this thing's on my wrist just getting banged on, and it looks fine. I mean, I don't really like the texture. I wish they would have kind of went with the flat black, because before it was kind of like smooth, and now it's kind of got like this little bit of a, I don't know, it's like triangles or something texture to it, but it's pretty legit. I always forget, because there's settings here where you can get on, and you click the button, and then you go to exercise, and you can't see it, fuck it. You go to exercise, and then you tell it what kind of exercise you're doing, and then you click it, and I'll get to the gym, and I'll start warming up, and I'll totally forget to set it, because I'm imagining it has a different calculation for when you're actually moving around and doing stuff. I don't know, what else was I gonna say? Oh, the GPS for running. Like I said, I don't run a whole lot, and it's a different setting because it's a run setting. So you click run, you go through it, it asks you if you want to use the GPS. I imagine it uses a little bit more battery. I haven't tried it. Maybe someday I'll give it a shot. It'll probably be a nice little quick half-mile run, because that's probably my capacity. I know it's better than that, but I'm talking shit. But you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll update it and let you guys know how the GPS is. I haven't tried it. The biggest thing though is I love the app. I really love the app on there. It's nice that it goes to my Android phone. It works really well. You know, I have a feeling that it probably burns a shit ton of battery every time I press it. So I try not to do it but once a day, and I try to do it before. Oh, battery life. That's something you would probably want to know. It says it lasts about a week. I don't touch it at all. I don't touch this thing at all. People will ask me if it has a backlight. It has a backlight if you touch it. So if you touch it, it'll have the backlight. It lasts for maybe 5-10 seconds. But battery life, I think they quoted it as 7 days. I'm going to let you know right now, it's probably 4. And the thing that stinks about that is that, like, I'm trying to get a grasp on my sleep. Every day since Sunday this week, I've woke up at 4:30 a.m. every single day, and I've been trying to go to bed right at 8:30 in the evening for school and work and all that stuff, so I can get 8 hours of sleep. So I'm getting this big 16-hour day in, and I'm trying to get 8 hours of sleep, and so far it's been telling me that I've only got 7. Well, the point is that because it's every 4 days you got to charge it, whenever it's charged, it won't take your sleep reading, even if you lay it in bed with you, because I've tried that. It has a longer cord this time, so if you're wondering that, the other ones had that little short cord, and then like the Fitbit had that little bullshit cord. Well, this one's cord, and it's not like a standard like 3-meter cable either. It's like 2.5 feet maybe it's 2 foot exactly. So it'll reach to your bed, depending on how high your bed is, obviously. But it'll reach to your bed and it'll sit in the corner, and I was hoping that it would work, you know, at least it'll track my sleep. It doesn't. So you might as well just set it on, you know, just set it on the floor, set it on the counter once you plug it in. It's a shame that that's the case. But so you really, they say 7 days. I haven't gotten 7 days out of it yet. Now there might be a break-in period, because when I had my Force, it was about the same, and I thought it was because I was just like, oh, maybe I'm just messing with it too much. Maybe I'm fucking with the features too much. No, you know, I even changed the setting on the phone, because on the phone there's a setting, if you get in there, it asks you if you want it to be actively looking for this thing all the time so that it can update. I have it set where it'll only update and look at, you know, tell me what my numbers are if I'm in it. And that was the same with the Force. So I don't know what the deal is there. It's not very bothersome to me because I have a pretty set sleep schedule, but there have been a couple of times where it's like, oh shit, this thing's gonna die today, and I'm not gonna know what my numbers are for the rest of the day, which is mildly unfortunate. I mean, like I said, not a deal breaker, but it definitely throws an old throws a wrench in the old program if you're trying to get a good capture of your sleep. But luckily for me, like I said, since Sunday, it's been every single day this week. Got 6 days in a row. Tomorrow's my sleep-in day. Tomorrow and Saturdays and Sundays are my sleep-in day, so I don't even know if I'll sleep in much. I bet you anything, because I've gone 6 days at 4:30. I'm just gonna wake up. But anyway, that was my 17-minute review on the old Fitbit Surge here. You know, if you want to pick one up, you know, if you got $250 of disposable income, go ahead. I mean, if you're just trying to get basic numbers, just go for the charge. Charge is just like the Force. If you have to have that heart rate function, I think it's $150 or something like that for the heart rate, for the Charge HR. And you know, I mean, if you're already using it, do it, and use it as a supplement. Don't. Some people get mad. I know there's a couple people at my work who have Fitbits, and they get mad. They're like, I know it's not getting it right. You know, it's not. You know, I don't think that's the point of them. I don't think the point is to get this accurate every step, you know, mileage of your day. It's the motivating part of it. It's letting you know, like, hey, this is what we think of how many steps you're taking. Because I've got it set to where it tells me if I burned, how many calories I burned, and I have a goal. That's my goal every day, is to try to burn 3,500 calories. And God, I only do it probably twice a month, and it's when I'm really busy. I bet you anything today will be one of those days. Where am I at? It says 2,800, and I got a 7-hour workday coming up, and I've done 3 workouts today. I did my CrossFit workout, I did my meathead workout, and then I did a strength class. So, you know, depending on the day, you could log in tons of hours. You know, it's just a nice tool to just kind of see where you're at, and it helps you kind of build your diet, because it's not going to be exact. I mean, this thing could say that I burned 3,500 calories, and maybe I only burned 2,700, or maybe I burned fucking 4,500 that day. It's just a nice little tool to get ballpark, so I know if I'm overeating or not. You know. And anyway, that was the morning drive. You guys were lucky I got to stop for a couple minutes and talk to you, or you were unlucky because I kind of droned on way too long. But anyway, that's the morning drive.